this last day's lesson is just the opposite of the one you just watched. We're going to look at shapes and make shapes that have the same area but a different perimeter. So Emma drew the rectangle at the right. What other rectangles have the same area but different perimeters? This rectangle, all of these they went ahead and told us, have an area of 16 square units. The amount of space inside is 16 square units. The distance around, 4 plus 4 is 8, like we were doing yesterday, and then doubling that, 4 plus 4 is 8, and 8 plus 8 is 16. So the distance around is 16 units. The amount of space inside is 16 square units. And there were other rectangles that were drawn that also have the amount of space inside is 16 square units. This one is 16 long and 1 wide. So that would be 16 times 1 is 16 square units. That's how they came up with that. If we find perimeter, this is 1 unit here and 16 all the way down. So we'd say 1 plus 16 is 17. And then to add the other two sides, we would double that. And so the perimeter of this shape would be 34 units. This is 2 units by 8 units. And 2 times 8 is 16 square units. And find perimeter, add these two sides, 2 plus 8 is 10. And then add it again because you're going to be adding the other two sides by doing that. So that's 20 units. All of these have the same amount of space inside, but the distance around these shapes is a different amount. Look at the rectangle below. Draw a rectangle that has the same area but a different perimeter. The area is 4 units by 9 units, which totals 36 square units. What are numbers other than 4 and 9 that are factors of 36, or that would be a multiplication factor? So 4 times 9 is 36. 9 times 4 is 36. When you flip-flop the factors, the numbers that you're multiplying together, all you're doing is just changing the shape, moving, flip-flopping it. So you would still get the same numbers for perimeter if you're just changing the orientation of the shape, like turn your array. All we'd be doing is be turning this one up, is what I'm trying to say. So let's see, what are some other multiplication facts that we multiply together equal 36? Yes, 6 times 6. One you may not know, because it's not considered a basic fact that you memorized, 2 times 18. Anytime you have an even number, you can come up with some twos fact. Half that number, and that will be a twos fact that you can make out of that. So you can build one that is 6 rows of 6. I'm not going to fill all those in. I'm just trying to draw it like a square because all the side lengths are the same. Or you can make one like this, make it longer and shorter. You can call it 2 and 18. I'm not going to draw all those in. Area 36. The perimeter of this one would be 6 plus 6 is 12. And double that. That would be 24 units. So that would be same area, different perimeter. Just for practice, this one would be 2 plus 18 is 20. And then the other two sides would be 20, and that would be 40, perimeter of 40 units. Draw a rectangle with the same area but a different perimeter. Same area but different perimeter. So what area do we have? We put it on ink instead of mouse. Sorry about that. 2. The area is 12 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. Same area, but different perimeter. Same area. So we got to be thinking factors again, multiplication facts that equal 12. 2 plus 6 equals 12, but that would be like taking this array and knocking it down on its side. You would have the same measurements. We need different measurements, so we need different numbers. 3 times 4, or 4 times 3. I think we did that in class. So I'm going to count 3 down and 4 over. Now on that, that area is 12. 3 and 4. 3 plus 4 is 7, and 3 plus 4 would be 7 again, so that would be 14 units. Comparing the perimeter of shape A and shape B, the perimeter of shape A is greater than the perimeter of shape B. The distance around this shape is 2 more units. Draw a rectangle with the same area but a different perimeter. I think you get the idea with that one, so I'm going to move on to the next slide. If you just want to pause the video and try this out yourself and draw one, these are ones that are already drawn for us, so we're going to look at these. The perimeter. Got to count around the shape. 1, 2, because it's irregular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the area, you've got to count the squares. So 6 square units. This one, I can easily see that it's an area of 6 because 2 times 3. To find the perimeter, 2 plus 3 is 5, and double that, that would be 10. So the perimeter of shape A is greater than the perimeter of shape B. If you want to pause the video and try this one yourself and compare the perimeter, since the areas are going to be the same. Did you get those for your numbers? So the perimeter of shape A is less than the perimeter of shape B. 14 is less than 16. It's 2 units smaller. The amount of space on the inside is the same. This is the same idea like the slide from the other lesson of same perimeter, different area. You need to find the calculations, the area perimeter of all of these rectangle A, B, C, and D. And then you'll be able to see which have the same area but different perimeters. I'm going to figure area first. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 2 is 12. 5 times 4 is 20. 2 times 10 is 12. So by just your finding the area, we should know that it is B and D without calculating the perimeter. That's what we're looking for. So that would be a good test taking strategy. Just for practice, 6 plus 2 is 8, and then 6 plus 2 is 8, so that's 16 feet. And the perimeter of this one would be 2 plus 10 is 12, 12 plus 12 is 24. So the perimeter of shape B is less than the perimeter of shape D. Read this and get the answer in your head, and then check with me to see if you got the right answer. Rectangle A and B have the same area but different perimeters. The area has already been counted out. The area of rectangle A is 6 square units. The area of rectangle B is also 6 square units. So that is true. The perimeter is, this one is 14 units. 6 plus 1 plus 6 plus 1. And this one is 10 units. Yes. All right, that is it for the lesson. You have practice pages you can work on. Let me know if you have any questions with any of those. And once you finish all those practice pages. You'll be ready to take your test that's on Study Island as an assignment and under my name, my class. You're more than welcome to take that at home and finish that up if you'd like to. If you do that, tonight or over the weekend. And I'll just need to know your score and make sure you do that independently since that is for a grade.